going on, family? What's going on? Listen, listen, listen. This is night three. Night three and the home dizzle. Check it. So, we're going to talk about some sound today and put y'all on game. Know what I mean? This is the realm of sound and direction. And as you can hear in the background, we got mad frogs. Know what I mean? Like, they out here blasting. Seriously, they getting busy right now. But on the real, we're going to talk about some sound today, man. We're going to talk about some sound. But I do have a question for the collective. How many of you pay attention to what you say on a daily basis? Serious question, by the way. How many of you actually pay attention to what you say on a daily basis? That's the first question. And the second question is, how many of you pay attention to words? Or how many of you pay attention to the sound of words versus the word itself? Just a question. And I asked those two questions to bring you this. Because society is so focused on us being separated. Everything with society is separation, separation. But we are here to create change and to no longer separate ourselves from self. Right? And what is the easiest way to separate self from self? Using distorted sounds. And one of the sounds that we use quite often, zodiacs. The word zodiac itself is distorted. See, everything just is. There is no separation from anything. When you operate from the source itself, Kaha, source power, there is no separation. There's no separation in sound either. Like I mentioned before, the 4 count. Now, peep game. How many of you have ever been in a dance class or music class where the instructor was like 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Now, if you paid close attention to that, that was still a 4 count. It was still a 4 count. Now, the 4 count is the universal rhythm. It is the universal rhythm. If you were to listen to your own footsteps, I talked about this in one of my videos on YouTube. If you take the time, let's run it back. If you take the moment, the word time too is a distorted sound because it keeps you trapped in the illusion of you believing that there's time when time doesn't exist. Everything just is. So we say moment instead. But when you focus on that moment of you taking your footsteps and really listen, every footstep is a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every footstep is within a 4 count. But here's the cool thing. That 4 count also includes the 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it'll be 1, 5, 2, 6, 3, 7, 4, 8. 5, 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4. And you're probably wondering, where's the 9? That's you. You are the 9 that completes that circuit of creation. Remember we spoke about 0 point energy? That's where that comes in. Every 0.01 second, you're creating something. Every footstep, you're creating something. Every time you move, you're creating something. By me doing this, I'm creating something. Everything that you're doing, you are creating something. And what does this have to do with sound? Peep game. Now, all of us know of the zodiac signs, right? That word zodiac, distorted. This is the realm of sound and direction, elemental science. See, instead of saying zodiacs, we call them elements. You ever look at the word element and be like, what is that? Element. Everything is up here. This is how we came up with the name elemental. Elemental science. I'm gonna run that back. Elemental science. See, when you use PSY with speaking of the single I, science, very clever indeed. But instead of using the word zodiac, we're going to use the word elements, because that's what every sign is. It is an element. So instead of saying Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, it's air. Because if you was to use those sounds and speak to someone about any of those signs, someone will have something negative to say about every last one of them. Someone will have something negative to say about every last one of them because of the sound of that element and not the element itself. If you were to speak of air, oh, they'll have something positive to say. They'll have something positive to say because you have to breathe that in. You have to breathe in that air, so of course they're going to have something positive to say about it. You see how they use wordplay to play with us? Now we're going to utilize our wordplay to play with them, because we're getting ready to understand and overstand the true sounds of these elements. The same thing with fire. If you was to say something about Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, somebody will have something negative to say about that because you're focusing on a person and not the element itself. But if someone was to speak about fire, you'll have something positive to say about it. Yeah, it's hot, it's bright, it's this, it's this, it's this. So is that energy. See, when you focus on the energy more than the distortion of it, like the sounds of Aries, Leo, and Sag, you focus more on the purity of what it is. It's fire. See, these names were given to these energies / windows to separate yourself from self. But when you truly understand these energies for what they are, you no longer separate yourself from self. The same thing with water, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. When you say anything about these signs to anyone, you'll get a frown. You'll hear something negative about them. But when you utilize the element of water, of what it really is, you get a whole different response because of the sound. You're speaking of water now versus Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. See, they were very clever doing this because they knew that we would focus more on the external more than the internal. All because of sound. And the same thing with Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. When you say Earth, you get a more positive reaction. But when you use Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, you get a whole different reaction because of the sound of that element. You know what I'm saying? Like they manipulated sound in so many ways, right? I have this thing that it's not really a thing, it's a saying. Remember the 88, moving to the rhythm of 1, 2, 3, 4, going in between with 3, 6, 9. See, the 88 is the constellations. Those 88 constellations are within you. Now here goes another clever thing. 808s. That is the 88 manipulated. Hence, when you hear certain music, what happens? Your body moves uncontrollably. You don't believe me? Juvenile, back that ass up. Play that song. Play that song anywhere, and I guarantee everyone and their grandma will get up out of the seat and do exactly what that song says. It's hypnotism. Hypnotism within the 808s because they manipulated the sounds of the elements within your body, mainly water. The vibrations from that sound manipulates the water within your body and other elements, and there you go, acting a fool, backing that ass up. I'm saying it like this to be funny, but it's the truth, man. Like play certain songs, and when you hear the 808s, which is the beat, it's hidden mantras within the sound. That's all it is. It's hidden mantras within the sound. I've been listening to music for quite a while and studying sound the way I do. Like, my favorite thing was to always have a sound system in my car. To always see how the bass can turn metal into rubber. I love seeing a car flex with bass. Like that was fascinating to me. I loved it. It was so fascinating to me. But now I'm utilizing the same concept within people because I'm learning specific sounds and certain sounds do the same thing to people and reality. Every last one of us has the ability to be a dolphin because our words vibrate reality in the coolest ways. It's like putting your finger into water and seeing the ripples. It's that dope. It is that dope. But when you start really practicing your sound and really getting into it, reality will no longer be the same. And this is what happens when you take my science class. You will no longer look at reality the same because you'll have a different perspective of how this reality works with sound. Because as we speak, we create. Be mindful of your vibrations. Your music matters. That's wordplay. That's a bar. Let's say that again. As we speak, we create. Be mindful of your vibrations. Your music matters. Anyway, but when you get it, you'll be like, yo, my man's spitting. You'll catch it. But sound is dope, man. But really studying our brothers and sisters in the ocean, the whales, the dolphins, they will really teach you some things about reality. Bats too. Bats are pretty dope as well, because they're blind, but they use sonar to hunt. They use sound to hunt, and we can do the same thing. Like the river here. This only works well with shallow rivers more than deep rivers. Like if you're ever by a shallow river, have someone stand at least about 50 feet from where you are, and then have someone stand by the river and start talking. I guarantee you'll hear them, because your sound bounces off, like your sound blends with the water and bounces off and travels, because rivers flow in a specific direction. So the sound, it flows in a specific direction. But if you're speaking and you're bouncing your voice off of the flow of the river, it's going to carry in a distance. This is why our people were so skilled back then, because we utilized this. We knew this back then, that water was like that, and sound can carry like that. We were clever people, and we still are. We still are. We're in a sense of remembering what we could do. But now it's all coming back, and we're bringing it back, because sound is potent. Sound is, man, listen. Sound is dope. Just look at one of the X-Men. Look at the X-Men Banshee. He uses his scream to fly. Sindel from MK. She uses her voice to do some damage. The list goes on. It's listen. Y'all gonna learn today. I want to start posting more videos like this that are outside, stuff that's not taught, stuff that's not taught within the science class. We're gonna speak of it outside, just so you guys can get a sneak peek of what's going to take place within that realm. But thank you for tuning in, family. Thank you for tuning in. Got mad bugs. The frogs is out there chirping. We got deer pulling up, walking by, and like, listen, there's so much activity going on out here tonight, and we just being calm and chill. Like,